What we're looking at here is a gazebo that has a post, a structural post on the inside and a false post on the outside. And there's actually a hole. Each one of these posts has a hole drilled in it, and they even put a couple of vents in it, little round vents that you can get at most lumber yards. And this provides the post with a little circulation, a little bit of air that can go in and out. But I don't recommend putting the holes down as low as this if you're going to, if you live in an area where it snows or rains a lot. You know, if you live in an area where it snows and you have something down at the bottom like this, and you get a foot of snow, there's going to be water leaking into something like this on a regular basis as it's melting. And if it's not, then eventually the snow is going to plug up the ventilation. I mean, one way or another, this hole, if you have a problem with snow in your area, probably isn't going to be in a good spot, and I would recommend moving it up a little higher. And of course, there's a hole at the top. This gives you a little bit of air circulation. So if you understand the air that is, if you just had one of these holes in there, then you're not going to get you're not really probably going to get any circulation. You're just going to get a little bit of air going in. And that's not going to be as good as if you have two holes located in different spots where the air can actually go from the bottom to the top or the top from the bottom. Now I went ahead and drew a couple of illustrations to give you a better idea. This would be the 4x4 structural post, for example, and this would be holding up the roof. And the false post around it is just designed to make it look a little larger, and you can get away with it doing something like this. Save yourself a couple of dollars. And it's a real common thing to do. And of course, these are the two holes, and you can see the post there is inside, the structural post is inside this false post that has been built around it. And the two holes there, again, are going to provide you with a little bit of air circulation. Just don't put them too close to the bottom, like I was saying. Here's an upper view. And again, these illustrations are just to give you a better idea of what's going on here. And you can see the hole there that's at the top. You obviously can't see the one at the bottom, but people, if you live in an area where humidity is a problem and mold, and if you take a closer look, go back and look at the ceiling in the video, you might be able to see the mold. It's already there. This already has a problem with the mold on the ceiling. Look around, you've got trees covering the gazebo. It's in the shade most of the time. When we got shade and we got moisture, shade for a long period of time with a steady supply of moisture, we're going to end up with wood rot. So excellent idea if you're planning on doing something like this and you live in an area where you could have a problem. And even if you don't, you don't live in an area like that, this is still not a bad idea. Even in sunny Southern California, I would do something like this because it makes sense.